Welcome. What I'd like to do is share this next piece with you. One, to visually orient you to the site. Secondly, to illustrate both the topography and the fire behavior on a sequence of events of what we know as South Canyon. You're just west of Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Note that as we turn this around, it is a technology applied on a 3D system so that you can better appreciate all the variables that are there. That's I-70, and as you look at it, it's heading west toward Utah. Note that as we zoom in here, all of the incident issues surfaced right here on a point of origin from a lightning strike. It was the start of a fire that many fires were burning on the western slope. Resources were stretched. People were monitoring what was going on here. There was not an imminent threat at the time, and a variety of other resources were being drawn to other priorities. Note the sequence of time here as folks were monitoring and looking at the fire spread. People re-engaged in this in a variety of different ways. Resources were dispatched again on July 6th. The sequence of events here shows you that there was a surface fire. It probably was moving faster than folks anticipated it was doing. Probably aware that we were doing some pre-treatment as things burning on the surface dried out fuels. Note the drainages and the direction of those drainages. Take a look at the prevailing winds here. Take a look at the change in terms of events that we're going through. Those crown fires were really about the time that wind shifted in the canyon. Note the position of the east drainage relative to where the activity of the main fire started to explode. Now you have an up canyon flow. It's changing the dynamics of where the fire behavior is happening. You had free winds above, and it was starting to move in explosive situations. Note the time as events start to unfold, and note particularly there's a spot fire now on the other side of the canyon with an up canyon flow. Watch the time sequence here of how rapidly circumstances changed and people were moving to try to get to safety. Notice how quickly fire starts to spread. Look at the acreage consumed against the timeline. Note the position of folks moving relative to the fire spread. People are looking at not only the circumstances around themselves, but sizing up what to do with respect to escape down the east drainage. And notice how quickly an amount of acreage consumed by the movement of that fire. Folks start diving over the edge here, looking to move toward the east drainage. This is extraordinary and explosive fire behavior. Most that had never experienced it before and certainly didn't expect it. About now, folks are starting to get overrun. Crews are starting to get overrun. Folks were moving quickly down the slope in the escape situation, and the fire has overtaken the victims. Note the position where 2 fatalities were discovered. That's a long ways from where the rest of the crew was fatally injured. Note that folks were sheltered and escaped injury, and the rest of the firefighters moved down the canyon to safety at I-70. As we turn around here, what I want to call your attention to is these are important lessons that we need to learn. It is still a high-risk, high-exposure business. On one hand, when things seem relatively simple, guard against complacency. When things are moving fast and you're looking at explosive situations, guard against your sense of urgency. Be deliberate. Those basic concepts and principles of firefighting remain relevant. And as fire intensities, fire spreads, values at risk, all continue to place greater demands on your skills. It's important to remember it is about situation awareness, it is about safety, it is about your concern, not only for the land, but for each other. This is a supplement, and it is a piece of a larger story. There are many references to South Canyon that still capture the attention of the fire community. There's a variety of publications that will enhance your understanding. What you've seen today is really reflective of a research paper published by the Rocky Mountain Research Station, RP9, in September of '98, the title of which is Fire Behavior Associated with the 1994 South Canyon Fire on Storm King Mountain, Colorado, with the whole list of authors. What you've also seen is some technology which helps to show how to improve understanding. Your consideration for similar technology in simulations and refresher training is recommended. My best to you, good luck, and best wishes, and most of all, watch out for each other.